my friends, and welcome back to Fallout New Vegas. In yesterday's video, we did end our day inside the Hidden Valley bunker, working on the quest Still in the Dark, where I need to speak to Elder McNamara in the command room, which in theory is right in front of me. So let's go and do that. Well, you know what? I've been having problems with people talking to me, I'm assuming not talk to the Elder first. So let's just go and do that, and then we'll go finish exploring and re-exploring everywhere else. I mean, this would be kind of a boring job. Just guarding the door to your Elder when there's nobody else coming in. That's probably the Legion, NCR.
Hello, Veronica. How goes your mission?
We'll know in a second. I wanted to talk to you.
Oh.
Veronica, tell me this isn't about...
Yes, goddammit, it is. But you're gonna hear me out this time.
We've been through this.
The things I've seen now, other groups succeeding where we fail, it's not too late for us.
We've outlasted the end of the world. We'll outlast these upstarts.
Waiting in a hole for everyone else to die.
If we must.
This is a dead end for us.
I see no evidence of that. Nor do I see anyone out there with a solution to our problems.
How could you? You're too scared to look. Let's go. We're wasting our time.
Okay, so I completed one step with Veronica on her quest. Can make you care.
What's up? Let's.
I don't have any follow-up with her. Okay, well, I'm going to talk to the Elder, and then we'll look at the map again.
When Paladin Ramos informed me that Veronica was approaching with an outsider in tow, at first I didn't know what to think. After giving the matter some thought, however, I've decided that an outsider could be of use to me right now. However, I will not force you to help us. Should you refuse, you will be allowed to leave here, though you'd remain Veronica's responsibility. What do you say, outsider? Are you willing to help us?
I feel like Veronica is more my responsibility than the other way around. Sure, I'll help.
Then allow me to explain our situation. This bunker is currently locked down, allowing no entry or exit, with you being one of the few exceptions. In exceptional cases, teams are sent out to investigate sites or retrieve materials deemed too important to ignore. 3 such teams have gone missing recently, and the news of their disappearance has not yet been widely spread to avoid undue concern. In order to maintain the peace and adhere to the strictures of the lockdown, I need to send someone else to discover what happened to them.
I'll begin looking immediately. Surely you have people better suited to look for them than me. I have better things to do. Let's try the middle one.
The less who are aware of this situation, the better. My brothers and sisters were deeply traumatized by the losses we incurred several years ago. It would be imprudent to worry them unduly without first discovering the facts of the situation.
I guess I'll begin looking immediately.
I'm glad I can count on you. Oh, and one other thing. The patrols each had a holotape detailing their missions that you can use to track them. The shielding of the bunker prevents us from actively tracking them, but their positions should show up on your map once you get to the surface. Should our worst fears become realized, please bring back all 3 of the holotapes from the patrols. Otherwise, bring our brothers home. I've given the order that you be given access to some of the equipment our scouts and patrols have scavenged over the years. You won't be allowed to purchase any prohibited equipment, but hopefully some of what's available will prove useful to you.
Okay. Find the missing Brotherhood patrol at RepCon HQ and retrieve their mission holotape. Also at Nellis Air Force Base. Oh, and Black Mountain. We have to go up there. Can I talk to you some more, sir?
Found the missing patrols, or was something else on your mind?
No, I was hoping to speak to you about other matters.
I can spare a little time. What did you want to talk about?
I mean, you don't seem busy at all. Tell me about the lockdown.
It's a protective measure that was enacted after our defeat at Helios. The NCR was hot on our heels, and we wouldn't have survived another encounter. It was decided that we would stay quiet for a time, heal the wounded, and try to come up with a new strategy. However, after we had fully recuperated, our first scouting measures showed that the NCR's presence in this region had only increased in our absence. There are now more than 5 times the number of NCR troops in the area as when we fought them, and we have half the number we did at Helios. And so the lockdown has been extended. To go outside would be the death of us all.
You could go outside, just not dressed in power armor. Like, be sneaky about it. How do you get supplies, though?
We have some personnel that are allowed to travel on the surface. They trade for what we need and occasionally drop off what they acquire. We make sure that they only enter or leave the bunker while the sandstorm is active, to avoid detection.
What's with the crazy sandstorm on the surface? What crazy sandstorm?
That is this base's defensive system. It serves as camouflage and masks all entry and exit from the bunker. We use it to hide our patrols and supply runners, though we still send such out at night to be extra safe.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Okay. So, guessing that's the Legion, NCR, New Vegas, Nellis Air Force Base. I don't know what that is, and like a spaceship? What is that? We're gonna go poke around, maybe into his bedroom.
I'd slap him around, but he stood at my parents' wedding. Plus, he used to make excuses to get me out of my punishment when I'd slept through head Scribe Taggart's lectures. Figure I owe him for that. He means well.
What now? Good intentions don't justify marching the Brotherhood to its death. Have you considered that he might be right? What now?
I'm not giving up. He wants evidence, but he'll never go looking for it. He's scared I'm right. He'll never listen unless I hold the proof right in front of his face.
You think the Elder will listen at all? So what is it you're trying to accomplish? What could we bring to him that would change? What are you trying to accomplish?
That's my question to the Elder. All these years, the Brotherhood has collected weapons technology. And for what? To keep it out of people's hands? That clearly hasn't worked. To defend ourselves? We can't compete with the NCR's numbers or the Legion's. We're fighting a war for a lost cause. If we're going to survive, we have to find a role in society, attract new members.
How would you propose to do that? You think the Elder will listen at all? What could we bring him? How do you propose to draft new members?
Look at the followers of the Apocalypse. They use their expertise to improve people's lives. They train them to be self-sufficient. That expertise cultivates respect and gratitude, spreads their ideals, draws talent to their cause. They make friends like we make enemies. But they don't know a fraction of what we know. If we took on their role, we could stand up to anyone. We wouldn't have to hide.
Yeah, I mean, it would be good. I feel like the Brotherhood still doesn't do that. They hoard all their technology and they don't share their toys with anyone else. Except for the ones in Fallout 3. They seem to be helpful to others, but then they had a group break off because they weren't on board with those changes to the Brotherhood's core, ideals, which is we keep all the technology so you guys don't get it and mess everything else up. Anyway, you think the Elder will listen at all?
He's a stubborn old man, but when it comes down to it, he's got our best interests at heart. If he sees some indisputable sign we're on the wrong course, he won't ignore it.
What could we bring to him that would change his mind?
I don't know. We need something that shows the Brotherhood will fail, or that it can do better a different way. The only thing that gets his attention is technology. Maybe Father Elijah had the right idea.
Father Elijah?
Our elder before McNamara. He had a nose for recovering lost technology. He'd send scribes out into the desert chasing whatever leads he found. There were a few he only trusted me with. I can think of at least one that'd prove my point, if it still exists. There's a comm terminal not too far from here I'd use to access messages from him. If we go there, I can pull up his research on it.
Okay, well, let's head out then.
I'm with you. Being around here isn't the same anymore.
I can't imagine it would be, but let's look at my quests. Access Father Elijah's notes at the comm terminal with Veronica. Return with Veronica to the Brotherhood of Steel Elder with evidence of the Brotherhood's misguided priorities. Okay, sure. We'll do all those things. Ooh, look. Power armor. I mean, I can come back for it, I guess, right? Ooh. Nope, that's nothing. I really was... Oh, Caesar's higher. I can go and pick up more currency for the Legion. That's not going to help me. But I was really looking for a terminal, and I'm not going to get one. Well, let's head back out and try to re-talking to some of the people who wouldn't talk to me yesterday. Veronica just walks really, really slow. Saving.
So, you're the outsider that's been given leave to wander around freely. Desperate times call for desperate measures, I guess. Name's Hardin. I'm the head paladin of this chapter, and I think we might be able to help each other out.
Oh.
I don't know what the Elder talked to you about, but I can tell you this chapter is in trouble. And he's at the center of it. Are you willing to listen to what I have to say?
Sure.
As you may have already heard, this entire base is under a state of lockdown. No one goes out except small patrols at night. Most of the chapter has been sealed in here for years. And those few who were outside when the lockdown was initiated are forbidden from returning. Morale has plummeted as time has gone by. And many of our current paladins haven't seen combat outside of training simulations. And all because of the Elder's explicit order that no one be allowed in or out. The only way things will change is if a new Elder is installed.
How do you propose to do that? What about Veronica? She seems to come and go as she pleases. Yeah, let's try that one.
Veronica's a special case. She handles the procurement of supplies. If we didn't let her and those like her back in, we'd all starve. If the Elder could manage it, he'd shut them out as well, and all in the name of security. Which is why we need to replace him.
Have you tried bringing this up with the Elder?
Of course I have, many times in fact. The Elder has an open-door policy and will listen to advice on any subject save this one. He refuses to see that our isolation is slowly weakening us. Aside from being our duty, going out on missions is what kept us strong. And because he fails to see that, he must be replaced.
And I suppose you'd nominate yourself?
I would. I'm the senior-most paladin in the chapter, and have more combat experience than any two others here put together. I'd gladly support another candidate, but no one has the courage to step forward and make the attempt, so it falls to me. I would put this chapter back on the right path, if I could just assume leadership.
And how do you propose to do that?
I don't know. I've gone through our records dozens of times looking for a precedent regarding the dismissal of an Elder and come up with nothing. The people who are most likely to know how it could be done are also some of McNamara's strongest supporters, so they refuse to help me, which is why we're having this conversation. An outsider such as yourself would arouse less suspicion asking questions about such matters. The fact that the Elder has some tasks for you means his faithful won't suspect you, and you have a line open to the man himself. In short, you're in a perfect position to help me. Will you at least think about it?
What do I get out of helping you?
If I become Elder, the lockdown will be lifted, and we'll once again be able to send patrols out into the wastes. We'll become powerful again. And when that happens, it will be good to have the Brotherhood as an ally. Good enough?
I could use an ally, but I have concerns that if you guys just immediately go out and start patrolling the Wasteland, you're just going to get yourselves killed. But I'll see what I can do.
That'll have to do. I'd recommend going to see Ramos first. As head of security, he's more familiar with our protocols than anyone else here. You could also try to find something relevant in our data store, though last I heard Scribe Ibsen is having a bit of a problem accessing it. And if McNamara should give you any tasks, I'd ask that you kept me abreast of them. Report anything you find to me, and we'll move from there.
Although I'm not comfortable with, this secret coup situation.
What is this? Veronica brings an outsider into our home, then has a private audience with the Elder?
Yeah?
The two of you may have the Elder fooled, but we know better.
Oh?
Veronica has always twisted the Founder's principles to her own ends. We will not stand idly by and allow her to corrupt our Elder's thinking.
But you're just gonna, like, threaten me and walk away?
Just because I love them doesn't mean some of them aren't assholes.
Yeah, like, it's... Okay. Can I talk to this guy back here again?
What is it, outsider? Have you discovered anything?
I wanted to ask you some other questions.
If you must.
What do you think of the lockdown?
It's a travesty is what it is. Every second we sit on our hands down here is another second that we're not fulfilling our sworn duty.
He's like, all in, we need to do our duty at any cost. Why do you dislike McNamara so much?
It's not that I dislike the Elder, but I strongly disapprove of his current style of leadership. We're safe, yes, but at what cost?
What would you do if you became Elder?
After lifting the lockdown, the first thing I'd do is send scouts out to recon the area. We need to know what's going on out there. Next, I'd resume patrols in the near vicinity and begin sending search teams out to the spots the scouts reported were relatively safe. It's standard procedure when a chapter relocates to an area, but standard procedure wasn't our last Elder's style, either.
Yeah, tell me about your last Elder.
Elijah was a strange one. His even becoming Elder was highly questionable, seeing as how he was a Scribe. Typically, only Paladins are eligible. But an exception was made in his case on account of him being a genius. Unfortunately, whatever scientific acumen he had didn't extend to tactics. Trying to defend Helios was a blunder of the worst kind, and many brothers lost their lives because of it. Many of the senior Paladins, myself included, advised him to fight a retreating action, but he refused to budge. Said he almost had it working. We never did find out exactly what he was talking about. When the perimeter was finally overrun, the Elder had simply vanished.
Oh. Yeah, he almost had it working. There was that weapon at Helios 1 that I disabled. But tell me about the battle at Helios.
Helios was the worst goddamn action I've seen in a long, long career of fighting.
All right, that was very unspecific. The Elder has me looking for the lost patrols and retrieving their mission discs. Let's just leave that.
Later.
We'll leave it. He's so aggressive.
Our early test results look promising.
Oh my goodness. So many terminals. Data store? Oh. Didn't they say they were having problems or something?
Does Ramos know you're walking around without a guard?
Yes. Scribe Ibsen.
Look, this isn't a great time. Oh, what the hell? It's not like we're making any progress. I'm Ibsen, and I hope your day is going better than mine is.
Is something wrong?
Yeah, I'm in charge of keeping this data system up and running, but accessing it is a little, touch and go at the moment.
Why is that?
One of our exploratory patrols, back when we had exploratory patrols, found a data disk in some ruins out in the waste. Well, we finally got around to cataloging the damn thing and got shut out of our own data store the second it loaded. Turns out it had a virus on it.
Oh. Why aren't there any more patrols again?
Oh, there are patrols, just not exploratory ones. We've been in a state of lockdown for, well, let's just say it's been a while. The only time anyone gets to go topside is guard duty, or to gather provisions. Other than that, it's steel walls and fluorescent lights for us.
Yeah, why the lockdown?
That's not really for me to say. It's a bit of a touchy subject. You should probably forget I mentioned it.
Okay, let's go back to the virus you mentioned.
Yeah, some pre-war jackass with too much time on his hands apparently decided to inflict his misery on those around him. It's scrambling all the terminals here at the moment. Luckily, we only use this section for storing historical data.
Anything I can do to help?
I suppose it couldn't hurt to get another pair of eyes on this. Maybe you'll be able to come up with something coming at it fresh. While the entire system is infected, the virus itself is spread across 3 terminals. The problem is that it keeps moving periodically. We'll have it nailed down in a terminal or 2, only to have it jump to another set of terminals before we locate the 3rd.
What do I need to do? Can the virus's files be partitioned so read access is only provided by the kernel administrator? Sure.
What? No, that's brilliant. It would let us seal a portion of the virus to a particular terminal, even when the other parts move.
What do I need to do?
You'll need to locate it on 3 different terminals in this area in 1 minute. Any longer and it'll jump, and you'll have to start all over. Locating the virus would probably be nearly impossible, but the pompous little bastard that wrote it made things a little easier for us. Normally, terminals infected by the virus just display gibberish, but we found that terminals the virus moved to had some real data passed to them. We were able to decrypt the data and discovered that it was just messages from the virus's writer taunting his victims. When you find terminals with those messages, lock them down and move on. Find 3 of them before the virus jumps, and we'll wipe the damn thing.
I'll give it a try?
Best of luck to you. I'll tell the others to take a break so they don't get in your way. Oh, and I'll keep track of when it jumps for you. To maximize your chances, wait for my signal before you begin.
How may I assist you?
Okay.
How may I assist you?
I will
There have
start
been reports
here.
that the NCR is moving more and more troops into the area.
The virus just jumped. Find
Back.
which terminals it went to.
Okay. Partition virus. That's 1. Two.
Ten seconds.
It's 3, right?
That's it. We got it. The virus has been purged.
Okay.
You actually did it. If you don't mind my saying so, I didn't think you had a chance in hell of pulling it off.
Thanks.
But I'm glad to be wrong for once. Thank you, my friend. Please feel free to access the data store at your leisure.
Thank you.
I'm only allowed to give you access to non-classified topics, but it's better than nothing, right?
I suppose. And now that the data store is fixed, what do you think of Hardin trying to get McNamara dismissed? What kind of information is in the data store?
Oh, all kinds of things. There was already information regarding the layout and systems of this bunker, but we've since added our own data as well. Prior to the lockdown, we had extensively scouted the surrounding area and compiled dossiers on nearby points of interest.
How do I get access to more topics in the data store?
Well, you'd have to get a senior-level member of the chapter to unlock a topic for you. I've given you access to what I can, but that's not much. The majority of topics fall under Ramos's aegis, since they'd constitute a security risk. Good luck getting anything out of him. You might have better luck with another member of the senior staff. Try talking to them about it.
Okay. Well, now we'll bring up Hardin trying to overthrow McNamara.
I can understand how the man might be frustrated by the current situation. He's a take-charge sort of fellow. Standing around's not his strong suit.
Yeah.
I myself often wish we could end this interminable stasis and begin moving forward again.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
It's a weird... I can't believe you did it. I clicked on some terminals, sir. Access restrictions confirmed. Select a topic you wish to peruse. Bunker information. Project goals, Hidden Valley. The goal of the Hidden Valley project is to create a self-sustaining shelter for high-ranking VIPs that can serve as a command structure in times of crisis. The bunker itself is located several hundred feet below the surface. Multiple layers of reinforced materials serve to prevent a breach of the inhabitable areas by anything save for a direct hit by a bunker-busting weapon utilizing a megatonnage considered outside the capability of America's closest competitors. In the event that our enemies become capable of such an attack, the bunker's dervish camouflaging system makes targeting the site impossible for automated systems, forcing aggressors to rely on guesswork and sheer luck. So this is info prior to the bombs dropping. Systems overview. relies on two main systems. The Candle fusion power system provides power to all bunker systems, built more for reliability and duration of the service. The power output of the system has been exceeded by many current designs, but it can supply the bunker with power for an estimated 752 years. Wow, that's awesome. The Dervish camouflage system provides visual and electronic interference to prevent airborne or long-range enemy weapons from targeting the bunker. The normal soil around Hidden Valley has been supplemented with a combination of aluminum and various silicates, which are then dispersed using a widespread network of industrial fans to blanket the area in a cloud of what is essentially chaff, combined with the electronic countermeasures of the nearby array at Black Mountain. The bunker at Hidden Valley is effectively impossible to target. I wonder if, like the other bunker entrances I went to, I wonder if they all used to interconnect with each other. Is it the same info, do you think, on every terminal? Yeah, looks like it. Local map. Here we go. All right, I am going to new places. Wonder what this is all about. Self-destruct terminal? Self-destruct authorization terminal? What? By order of Elder McNamara, engaging the bunker self-destruct sequence requires the assent of the head scribe, head paladin, and elder of the chapter. Each of these brothers has been given a key card to be produced in case of emergency. When all three key cards are inserted below, the password to the self-destruct terminal to the right will be generated. Please report a lost or stolen key card immediately. What? Oh, head scribe Taggart, I've heard about you.
Yes, what is it?
And you are?
Ah, the outsider. I suppose it's too much to ask that jarhead Ramos to keep outsiders away from my research.
What?
I am head scribe Taggart, and I am much too busy to deal with the likes of you right now.
What are you researching? Self-destruct sequences? What's going on in these? Okay. Scribe.
There have been reports that the NCR is moving more and more troops into the area.
Senior Knight Lorenzo.
Oh, you must be the outsider everyone's buzzing about. Pleased to meet you. I'm Lorenzo, Senior Knight and General Handyman around here.
Hi. Bye.
Bye.
Like that was a waste of time. This nothing. Okay.
Hello.
Hi. Well, let's go back out here and see if any of these people I saw before will talk to me. Oh. I missed rooms. Oh, bathrooms. Yeah. Those would be, excuse me. Those would be very useful. There was... Everybody just moves around, which is fine. But it's also a little frustrating when I'm trying to find people. What time of day is it, though? It's 2 in the morning. They should all be sleeping. Not this lady.
Hello, outsider.
Hello.
The word came down from the Elder that I'm to offer you some of our lesser wares. As if I didn't have other matters on my mind.
What? Anything I can help you with?
If you must know, my inventory check this week shows that our weapon count is 1 short. Somehow we're missing a laser pistol. Hardin will have my head if I don't find that weapon soon. I can't delay my report to him any longer.
I could look around for the pistol.
If you happen to find it, bring it here right away. I might be able to throw a few supplies your way if you do.
Missing laser pistol? This is Veronica's password to the comm station she used to communicate with Father Elijah, former elder of the Brotherhood of Steel. Missing laser pistol. Knight Torres in Hidden Valley wants me to find a laser pistol that's gone missing. The first thing to do is speak with the Paladin in charge of the firing range to see if he remembers who is using it.
Have you found it? I need to give my report to Hardin soon. Then we have nothing further to talk about.
I want to see what you have for sale.
Our patrols are always bringing more stuff in. Take a look.
I thought you guys didn't have patrols. I thought that was the whole point. Okay, I can sell stuff to you. That's great. So I will do that. But what else do you have? You have a good selection of ammo. A lot of energy weapon stuff, which makes sense. Brush gun forger received. Forged receiver. Forger received. I mean, words are hard, apparently. Combat armor. $1 billion worth. And then some weapons. Again, I'm not
Give
doing
me a shot if you need. Later.
a energy weapon playthrough. So you said to talk to the Paladin here?
Welcome to the range. Feel free to use any open lane.
Do you know anything about a weapon that's gone missing?
Torres must be getting desperate if she's accepting help on this one. I'll tell you what I told her. My records show that Initiate Stanton was the last to check it out, but checked it back in a day later. Bye.
Stanton was the guy running around that I keep trying to talk to. But he's too busy to talk to me. Let's see if I can find him. I mean, I'm just gonna wander around. Oh, Apprentice Watkins, you're unique. Your hair is really, really yellow.
Yeah?
Tell me about yourself.
Well, like just about everyone else here, I grew up in the Brotherhood. My father was a scribe and my mother a paladin.
Are your parents here somewhere?
They both died at Helios 1.
Oh.
The others were always like a family to me before that, but afterward they became my family in truth.
Who do you take after more, your mother or your father?
I don't know. I'm a little like both of them, I guess. If I had to choose, I really don't know which I'd pick. That's a question I've been asked a lot lately, since it's something I have to decide for myself soon.
What do you mean decide for yourself?
I'm currently an apprentice in the Brotherhood, and recently became eligible for journeyman status. But first I have to decide which order I want to join, the Knights or the Scribes.
Tell me about the Knights.
Knights are in charge of all of our equipment. Power armor, Gatling lasers, you name it. All of it built and maintained by Knights. Knights also get to go out on patrols, scouting assignments, and support the Paladins in offensive operations. Being a Knight would mean getting to see more of the world, fight the Brotherhood's enemies, and possibly someday become a Paladin like my mother.
If you weren't in lockdown, right? Okay, so now tell me about the Scribes.
The Scribes are responsible for discovering how all the old tech we recover actually works, and sometimes even work on inventing new things. Without them, the Brotherhood could never fulfill its mission. Or at least that's what my dad always used to say.
Shouldn't you be in school or something?
Head Scribe Taggart quickly realized my extraordinary talent when I took the mandatory VR combat testing.
Oh.
Soon after that, he requested that I get transferred to VR specialist training, serving as his assistant.
Oh,
I
yeah.
miss hanging out with the other students all the time, but at least I get to skip all those boring lectures.
You think maybe he does it for not so nice reasons? VR combat, that's what the little pods are for. I got it now.
Bye.
Oh. Stanton, great. Here you are.
Yes, can I help you?
Trying to help Torres find a missing laser pistol. Have you seen it around? You are the last one to check out the missing laser pistol, right?
Oh, man. I told Watkins this wasn't going to work. Look, Watkins and I snuck out one day. She said it'd be a training exercise. Said she heard from a guy on one of the patrols that there was a gulch just southeast of here with scorpions in it, and that we had to check it out. There were scorpions out there, all right. We started using them for target practice, but before we knew it, the damn things were all around us. So we made a run for it, and in all the commotion, I dropped my pistol. Watkins keeps urging me to go back and get it, but that's not going to happen. You can go outside, though, can't you?
Yeah.
You can return the pistol to Torres and clear this whole thing up for me.
He dropped his pistol. Why do records show that the gun was turned back in?
Oh, I sort of altered the records after we got back. That was Watkins' idea, too. That girl is nothing but trouble. Still, I haven't been exiled yet, or worse, assigned to latrine cleaning duty. But I will if you don't help me find that gun.
Can I just get you another laser pistol?
No. Weapon checking protocol includes verifying the serial number of the weapon, so a different gun would be noticed. Plus, having a new gun suddenly show up would immediately point to you, being the only outsider around here and all. No, the only way I have out of this is if you help me find that gun. You'll help me, right?
Fine, I'll find the gun for you. It's fine.
Great. When you find it, just turn it into Torres and I'll be in the clear.
Watkins, was this girl? Yes.
Yeah?
Initiate Stanton told me about your little adventure the other day.
That was so much fun. The wind whipping through our hair, not knowing what was going to jump out at us at any moment. And when those scorpions came out, it was just like The Sims. All I had to do was line them up and then squeeze the trigger. I doubt I'll be able to get Stanton to go with me again, though. I thought he'd enjoy it as much as I did, but he was just scared the whole time. Don't tell him I told you this, but when those scorpions surrounded us, I'd bet a week's rations he pissed himself.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
A scorpion gulch around here or something. Okay, I think that covers everybody. Stanton was really the one I was looking for, but it was nice to stumble upon the girl that the doctor mentioned. Where is the exit? Level 2. I don't want to go back down there. I want the actual exit. Here we go. So Paladin Ramos.
Hello.
Hello.
Your presence here, let's just say it's highly irregular. Outsiders aren't even allowed to know that our bunker's here, let alone come and go freely. You impressed Elder McNamara, obviously. He must believe that you'd be very useful.
What would an elder have to do to get kicked out?
So you've been talking to Hardin, eh? He's been looking for a way to usurp McNamara ever since the lockdown started. Don't get me wrong, he's a good man. But Elder McNamara has done all right by us. If it weren't for him, none of us would have survived at Helios. I'll tell you what I told Hardin. There have been only a few cases of elders being dismissed from their posts in the Brotherhood's history. And those involve crimes that someone like Elder McNamara is just not capable of. You can look it up for yourself if you want.
Oh, can I?
I'll grant you access to that portion of the history section of our data store. See Senior Scribe Ibsen about accessing it.
Great. Tell me about what happened at Helios.
I'm sure someone's told you all this before. Several years back, we were running our chapter out the Helios 1 solar power station. Our elder at the time, Elijah, had some kind of obsession with the place, which is the only reason we stayed as long as we did. That place was hardly defensible, and we knew the NCR was moving in on us, but the elder refused to budge, insisting that he just needed more time. We never found out what he needed time for. Wave upon wave of NCR troopers hit us from all directions. We held out for a time, but we were grossly outnumbered, and they had more men than we had ammo. Eventually, our positions collapsed. Elder Elijah was nowhere to be found, so McNamara took charge and led what remained of us on a counteroffensive west. We lost a lot of men and women, but we broke through and made it here. Make no mistake, McNamara saved this chapter that day.
I mean, it sounds like this Elijah person who was in charge is pretty awful. He just ditched everybody after he either ditched them or he died. It seems like he just ditched all the people that he was responsible for because reasons. Maybe it'll explain more. Who is Elijah?
Who was Elijah, more like? He was our elder before McNamara. Bright guy, but just between you and me, he was a little off. Our mission is to recover and preserve the technology of the past. But Elijah wanted more. He sought ways to improve upon technology, make it better. When we found Helios 1, he was like a kid in a candy store. Kept talking about the potential and a grand design never realized. He even insisted we set up our base there, against the objection of nearly every Paladin. What followed is a whole other story.
Well, you can totally tell me what followed.
Later.
I mean, I'm technically hidden. Right? Welcome, Paladin Ramos. Journal 651. Still no word from the missing patrols. I was beginning to get my hopes up that the Elder was close to ending the lockdown when they were sent out, but now, oh, these are the patrols that I have to go find. 652 entry. A few of our best men headed out around the same time as the patrols without my knowing about it. When I asked the Elder, he said they were on an important mission. Too important to tell his chief of security about. Something is up. And then 653. People are really starting to get antsy around here. I've had to break up 3 fights this week alone. If the lockdown continues for much longer, hold that thought. I've got Veronica and a stranger approaching the outer door. She's not scheduled back yet, but that's never stopped her before, I suppose. We're fine. Turret control. That's right. Okay, let's go back down since apparently I have permission to access any of the secret files. So let's go see how many of them there are. And we'll see how many I can get through reading today. That's really what It's all about.
Hello again, my friend. I hope you've been finding the information in the data store useful.
Yeah, I access more topics.
Well,
does it just automatically happen? It does. Elder dismissal incidents. Following results. Incident 1. Let it be recorded that on this day, Raymond Lorne was dismissed from his post as elder for committing the crime of murder. Brother Lorne was known to have hostile feelings towards the victim, Senior Scribe Ritter. The guilty party insists that Ritter's death was a tragic case of friendly fire. The bunker was under attack at the time, but the tribunal felt they could not let him persist as elder with such suspicion hanging over him. Head Scribe Busick. Incident 2. Be it known that from this day, Kenneth Jones shall no longer bear the title of elder. Brother Jones has willfully gone against the chain that binds and has been forced to step down. Head Paladin Lindquist succeeds him as elder. Head Scribe Morgan. What is the chain that binds? Incident 3. Let the record show that I have stood witness to the dismissal of David James from the post of elder. Brother James was charged with destroying an unknown device recovered from a recent expedition. The purpose and function of the device remain unknown, and Brother James has thus far proven unwilling to discuss the matter with anyone. Head Scribe Talwin. What is the chain that binds? Ask Paladin Ramos about the chain that binds. Well, let's try to go and find that out today, and then we'll have to pause probably. I think it's this way. No, it wasn't. I've just gone in a circle. Here we go. All right, let's find out what this chain that binds
I heard some special squad of rangers on its... Oh, hey there. Something I can help you with?
One of the data store entries mentioned the chain that binds. What is that exactly?
That's an old principle that's been around since the Brotherhood was founded. It basically means that you have to obey a superior officer. It's pretty much common sense, but it gets invoked a lot when people get pissy about following orders. If you're curious, I'll give you access to the data store entry on it. You'd probably be the first to read it in years, if not decades.
Okay, thank you.
Later.
Check the data store for more information on the chain that binds. I mean, if you could just give me all this information to begin with, that would have been oh so helpful. Because I want to know what it is today. Because right now, following the chain of command, it would just mean the Paladin needs to follow the chain of command. Excuse me. Why is there something red in here? Chain that binds is the cornerstone of our organization, the rock that supports the great tree of the Brotherhood and its myriad branches. It holds that, number one, orders are to flow from on high down through the ranks. An order from a superior must always be obeyed, and that their wisdom may be carried out without hesitation. Okay. Number two, orders are to observe the flow and not skip ranks. A superior may only give orders to his direct subordinates and not to those beneath them. In this way, harmony of intent and cohesion of thought is maintained. Okay. Return to Hardin with your findings about the chain that binds. Did the Elder give orders to people who were like 2 steps below him? Maybe he must have. But anyway, we're going to pause things here today. And in tomorrow's video, we're going to leave the Hidden Valley bunker and go and find these missing patrols and see what happens next. So as always, thank you so very much for watching. Please do keep yourselves safe, and I will see you again tomorrow with another new Fallout New Vegas video.
Hello.